Let's talk about artificial intelligence in marketing. It really is the ultimate double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a superpower, right? It lets teams create amazing content and campaigns at speeds we could only dream of a few years ago. But on the other, it's a ticking time bomb that can destroy years of brand building in just a matter of hours.
Okay, before we dive in, just a quick heads up. Everything we're going to cover in this explainer comes directly from Chapter 3 of a tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC. It's all about the very real AI challenges that marketing teams are grappling with right now.
So, what's the big deal here? Well, it's a classic story of risk versus reward. On one side, you've got this massive productivity multiplier. We're talking about generating ideas out of thin air, drafting social media posts, building entire campaigns, basically at the push of a button. But on the flip side, you have a minefield of potential reputation disasters, copyright claims, huge brand safety issues, and even scary data leaks. It's a real tightrope walk.
But let's start with the good stuff, the promise. It's no secret that marketing teams were all over AI from the very beginning, and for a really good reason. It just fits so perfectly into their workflow, especially for those scrappy, smaller teams trying to make a huge impact with, not so huge resources.
I mean, think about it. AI has become an absolute game changer for brainstorming content, for drafting tons of social posts, for creating personalized email campaigns. It even generates stunning images and visuals on the fly. For a small marketing team, this isn't just a nice-to-have, it's completely revolutionary.
Okay, so if it's so great, what's the catch, right? How does this incredible dream tool suddenly turn into a public relations nightmare? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's all about the hidden risks. The kind of risks that are really easy to overlook when everyone's just rushing to jump on the AI bandwagon. So let's pull back the curtain and talk about those hidden risks. Because once you get past all the hype, there's a serious minefield waiting for any brand that isn't paying close attention. Our source breaks it down into 6 main dangers. First up, exposing customer data. You upload an email list to an AI tool to write copy, you're playing with fire. Then there's the big one, intellectual property infringement. AI can create something that looks a little too much like someone else's work, landing you in a world of legal trouble. Next, brand safety. You just never know what kind of bizarre or offensive stuff these tools might spit out, and believe it or not, it gets worse. You could accidentally leak your own company's secrets, make false claims you can't back up, and even create biased marketing that alienates your audience. It is a minefield, I'm telling you. Now, to really understand how bad things can get, theory just doesn't cut it. Let's look at a real-world case study of an AI-powered campaign that went up in flames. This is a textbook example of how quickly things can go completely off the rails. Check out this timeline. A major brand launches a big holiday campaign using AI-generated images. It goes live, reaches millions, in just 12 hours. 12 hours. The internet is already on fire. People are calling them out for everything. Copyright infringement, problematic stereotypes, you name it. 6 hours after that, the campaign is suspended. And by the 24-hour mark, the CEO is issuing a public apology. That is how fast it all came crashing down. And here's the real kicker. The internal investigation revealed that several of the AI images had visual elements that were, and I'm quoting here, nearly identical to copyrighted photography from a stock photo competitor. We're not just talking about a simple mistake here. We're talking about a massive, flashing, "Sue me" sign. And it gets even wilder. The team later found partially obscured watermarks on some of the images. Watermarks? On top of that, the AI was just churning out all sorts of problematic stereotypes and even some bizarre, inappropriate symbols that nobody on the marketing team even caught before it went live. A total and complete failure of the review process. So, the financial damage. The first hit was the settlement they had to pay directly to the copyright holder. The exact amount is redacted, of course, but let's just say it was a very, very big number. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. When you factor in everything else, the lost sales from the pulled campaign, the legal fees, the massive hit to their brand reputation, the total estimated damage was a multi-million-dollar disaster. And if you want to see the impact in black and white, here it is. Just look at the company's stock price. It took an absolute nosedive in the week following the incident. That is a direct, tangible link between an AI screw-up and a major hit to the bottom line. Okay, so that is the nightmare scenario. How do you avoid becoming the next cautionary tale?
Well, the source material lays out a clear 6-step plan to stay out of trouble. Think of these as the digital guardrails for your marketing team.
And it's a pretty straightforward playbook, really. First, and this is non-negotiable, a human being needs to review everything the AI produces. No exceptions. Second, lock down your customer data like Fort Knox. Third, get some real intellectual property safeguards in place. Fourth, be incredibly careful what sensitive company info you feed into these AI tools. Fifth, you've got to train your team on these specific risks. And finally, you have to constantly monitor and audit what's going on.
So here's the bottom line. AI is an incredible, game-changing tool for marketers. There's no doubt about it. But you can't just dive in head first without thinking. You have to be smart. You have to be prepared. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Is your team's enthusiasm for AI outpacing its readiness to handle it? Because if the answer is yes, you could be just one click away from your own PR nightmare.